Oh, we can include them too.
Yeah, no kidding.
So far this morning, we patiently loving, I don't know.
I hadn't even put those together, you know, Jesse. I don't know how you get to connect stuff so quickly.
Well, I tried it on, yeah. In that silence, just before Craig came in, you captured my word. I thank you for being patient. And you said, "Oh, is that your word?" No, it wasn't, but then it was, well, it could be. And then you shared yours, loving, I don't know.
Welcoming supernova. I'm still sitting with Joe's word.
So for 60 seconds or so, we sat in that phrase. And I felt things shifting, moving, unwinding, untangling patiently.
And reorienting.
So that it can readjust, reorient. Let go of what I had been holding on to. Without focusing on what it was or why I was holding on to it. Not even needing to know what it was. Just trusting that it'll be better when it does. Good morning, Nikki.
Morning. Morning, Alison. Craig.
Morning, Nikki.
Morning, Alison. How are we all doing this morning?
Good. And you?
Yes. Thank
We
you.
have a sparrow and we have a woodpecker so far.
Oh, wow.
Woodpeckers with Craig. My woodpeckers are, I don't know what they're doing, sleeping. Are they up at 4 o'clock in the morning now?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
I think they're having their tea or something. But
Mm.
Good, Nikki. Thank you. Allison, did you, Craig, either one? Just have to catch Nikki up.
so we started with Jesse said thank you to me for being patient, and so I asked him if that was his word for the day, and he said he would like to use it for now. And the phrase that I came in with was loving, I don't know. So then he connected the two with patiently loving, I don't know. And Craig hasn't come up with anything at this point. He hasn't shared it if he has. But he's got woodpecker energy around him, so that's a very active spirit. Huh?
Exactly. Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Huh.
Beating to your own drum. And that's the woodpecker.
Then again, you mentioned supernova.
Yes. And how the energy of that has, I've kind of been infused by that.
Yeah. So that's where I've been about the last 5 minutes is on the expansion of supernova.
Mm-hmm. Having gratitude for resistance, because it brings the brilliance when you break through or break free.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting about the woodpecker. It symbolizes new opportunities, creative optimism, courage, motivation, revive, self actualization, balance, communication, protection, and discernment. That's what it symbolizes. That woodpecker has a strong beak and hammers into tree trunks and finds insects to eat. It's wonderful when you get a meaning to what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it just, I love it. It's become almost like, I love that. To love
What's
the
the
meaning
first
of
word you used?
it's new opportunities. It symbolizes new opportunities,
New
creativity,
opportunities. Yeah.
optimism, courage, motivation, revival. Isn't it nice?
Mm-hmm. So I learned something about the woodpecker the other day that I'd never heard before.
Yes.
And that is that when they are doing their drumming, as it were, finding their tongue wraps around their brain to protect them, to protect the brain.
Wow. Come on. That's amazing. Oh my goodness.
I know. I mean, the biology of that, I haven't looked it up. Somebody told me, but I mean,
Really? Their tongue goes and protects
Yeah.
goes around their brain to protect their brain while they're hitting on the
yep.
with it. Wow. Wow, that's unbelievable. It's interesting, huh?
It was really interesting.
Wow, that is.
I mean, it's just a thing about, well, for me, it was an indication of how life instinctively knows what to manifest
Mm.
for,
Oh.
for the purpose of survival. And hopefully, I mean, with birds, I just think it's not just their survival, right? They or maybe it is, but their survival is so brilliant and exquisite. And it's a total reflection of where we are. That thing about the canary in the coal mine. Well, it's a canary outside the coal mine now. We can tell so much about the health of the planet from the birds and the insects.
I'm happy, Will.
Whoa!
Will. Oh,
Goodness.
My
Hello, guys.
God!
wow. Will.
Yeah.
Good
It's been a while.
morning.
Where you been all our
Yeah.
lives, Will?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a busy year.
The will be done.
The will be done. Yay! I'm so glad to know that you're here.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Wonderful.
How
Yes,
you guys
you
feeling?
are.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, I'm back. I will
I'm
be back. I'm back. I love it.
We've
Wow.
got music again.
Yeah, we've got music.
Yeah, constantly.
The Music
Constantly.
Man.
hmm
So you're up early this morning. Have you been up early all year?
No. I've been sleeping in a little bit till 6-ish.
Good.
The odd day waking up at 5 because the cat wakes us up. So yeah. And sometimes, you just wake up earlier.
Mm-hmm. Your early mornings are much earlier than mine. I'm excited
Yeah.
to up at 6:30.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because I guess it's 8 o'clock for you, eh? 8:23 right now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm
It's
on
nice to
time.
hear your guys' voices, even though I can't see you. I could see Jesse. Hey, Jesse.
You can see Jess.
Mm.
I'm on my phone.
I'm also on my phone.
On the phone too, because I like to walk when I'm doing this.
Walk and talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good
Pascal
combination.
had a baby, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was back in March.
March.
I think it
Wow.
was 2nd of March.
When can you miss it? Wow, he's a daddy. Did he have a girl or a boy? Or?
Boy,
Boy,
Oh, nice.
name is
Wow.
Kai.
Kai.
Yeah, it's a nice name. eh?
Kai.
Yeah.
Cool. I know a Kai.
My nephew is Kai.
Mm. Is that kind of like a Hawaiian name?
I don't know. Swedish, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I have to ask my sister. I didn't look it up. I can look it up. I can find out.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just curious.
Yeah. Curious is good.
Oh, okay.
It's good to be. It's good to be curious.
Yeah. I'm curious like a cat.
Yeah, like a cat. It's actually quite beautiful. It's the meaning is keeper of keys. It's earth. Kai is a gender neutral name of Welsh origin. Roots worldwide,
Welsh.
including Greece. Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
It
The
is
keeper of
nice.
keys. It's keeper of the keys. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what it means. Yeah. Making a grounding choice for a parent, laying down the foundation with the baby.
Mm.
I'm ever glad you looked that up.
Yeah, it's really interesting, Carrie's
Yeah. Because what we've been exploring the last few weeks are actually the keys to the kingdom.
Amen. That's what I'm talking about. That's I love you for saying that, because I start my day, seek first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added. That's how I start my day. Just that if anyone's curious about that. And it's true, hey? And that gives me a focus of just being, open.
That's what Matthew 6:33-34.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
because there's so many voices that come to you, in the morning, especially in the morning when you do have to get up. Like I wanted to roll. I really had my blinders, I have like my room very dark, and I put like even shades over my eyes. I mean, I go like I'm out. And anyway,
Yeah.
why I said that this morning, I felt like, I got my two girls, Bouncy and Rosie. So they obviously want to come. They are early birds, but they're early birdie dogs. And they like obviously want a treat. They got their little routine in the morning, but I was like, oh, just roll over and just play dead for a while. But you can't, not with them. But I also said to myself, now I got to get up. You know what I mean? It's like now. So I got up, gave them their treat, and did my morning thing.
It's funny you're saying this because my intuition woke me up in the real middle of the night, and I spent about 3 hours writing.
Oh, that's just beautiful.
And I'm back. Exactly.
Oh man, that is just like literally up my intentions today. And you just like literally like what I'm gonna do today is I prepared myself for yesterday, even for this, because I want to be able to also write today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah, I really want to be able to write today. Yeah.
This book I've been writing is just coming out, and pretty much everything that we've talked about today already was touched on and given a new flavor with respect to what I wrote in the middle of the night. So keep developing these themes, people. Because it's like, holy crap.
It's so important to be able to write on paper. It's not to be able, that's why books and everything are so important, because it's life-changing. When you can see it on paper,
So Nikki,
Yes, Alison.
when you said your phrase about what you come with, or when you were reading the interpretation of Kai,
Yes.
what came to me is that we are the keys to heaven.
Amen. Thank you.
Yes, we are.
Each one of us.
Amen. Yeah.
And I
Reminds me of
think
that song.
Oh, I love you for this. That's why, you know what?
Remember that?
Yeah, because you know what comes up for me with that? It's like when you hear that God stands at the door of your heart and knocks, and that we get to open it.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is what's so beautiful. To come to that realization that we are the keys to unlock our own hearts, to connect to other people's hearts. Because when you connect to somebody else's heart, there's so much beauty there. There's so much discovery.
Because there's a resonance, right? So it amplifies.
Amen. Wow. That's it. It's like a melody. It's melody, like music, melody.
Remembering who we truly are.
Yes, 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 really, truly are. Yes.
For me, it's more about remembering what we are.
Oh,
That too. Yeah.
yes. Yes. It's very exciting. Very exciting.
Hey guys, can I share a poem I wrote?
Please.
Yes.
This poem was birthed from this whole neighbor situation. I don't know if I probably mentioned that to you guys.
Yeah.
So he finally was sentenced, and he got 2 years probation. And so they're to have no contact with us. So since June 6th, it's been a lot better. We've had about 3 weeks of peace compared to the last 2.5 years, which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I ended up writing a poem out of it, and I call it "Your Life is a Gift." And so it goes, your life is a gift. So why do you get so miffed? Each pre-sent moment is a gift. It is full of choices from which to sift. The worst situations can lead to your greatest revelations. The greatest attitude is the daily habit of gratitude. Your secret power of focus comes from your inner locus. Your life is a project of what you choose to project. To choose to daily live the life you love is the gift for you from above. So choose what you want now and thank the Lord by taking a deep bow. Always remember each and every day you have left that your life is a gift as long as you're drawing breath. May your life bless others and uplift while you remember now your life is a gift.
Well, that is so lovely.
Wow.
Yeah, it just flowed out of me one day there.
Oh, wow.
You must post it in the group, Will.
You should post it in the
Oh,
group.
really?
Absolutely. You should post that in the group. Absolutely.
Oh, okay,
Absolutely. Oh, that's just, everybody should read that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, wow.
absolutely. No, everybody should read that. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, totally. That was beautiful. Yeah. Yeah.
Can't keep your gifts all to yourself. You got to share them.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's actually
Yeah.
what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks. I created a challenge for myself. I call it the 1 year build a business you love challenge, because it's something that I love and it's something I want to create. And so I've been talking on camera every day to try to organize my thoughts and get them out and speak clearly on camera, speak to my, my customer avatar and speak from the heart to their hearts. And so the whole point of the challenge is to find my voice, because I've never I've always had a hard time believing in myself and struggling with that self-confidence. So doing this challenge is helping me to find my voice, which is, it's nice.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah. Thank you guys for the love and support. Appreciate it. Yeah, I should
You're
post that on Mighty, eh?
Absolutely. Yeah, you posted on Mighty, but posted in our group too, please.
Oh,
Yeah,
our
you
group.
should
Okay, where
post
do I
it
post
in
that?
our group, like Allison's
Oh,
requesting.
yeah. Okay, yeah, the chat. Yeah, sorry.
Heart
Our
Center.
chat box.
Where is
Our
that?
chat.
I created it.
Yeah, you created it, man. Where do I
Ah,
post this? Hello.
Yeah.
I'm such a
Hello?
hummingbird. I fly in and I fly out so quick, man. And yeah.
No one's judging on that part, but we would like you to put it and paste it. Thanks.
I will. I'll do that. I'll post it there.
You
I feel
know
safe
what they
posting
say,
it there.
fly away, Peter, fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter, come back, Paul. It's that two little birds sitting on a wire and they go, well, fly away, Peter, fly away, Paul, Paul, come back. Paul. You know what I mean? It's like, it's that, there's no pressure.
Mm.
And I think that's what's beautiful about it. You know, there's no pressure here. This is about just being in what you want to
Mhm.
receive and what you want to give. And you gave now. That was just very, very, very beautiful.
Wow, cool.
So thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you for
I
receiving
love
it.
I love poems, you know, I just love poems. Yeah. Poetry. It's beautiful.
Cool.
Yeah. I just
Yeah, I remember,
love,
like there's different gifts and talents that we had when we were young.
mm,
And then, sometimes life can take over and you can just go through life
mm,
and just kind of go through the motions and forget those gifts that you had inside until one day you like find something like Magnetic Mind, which gives you, and people like yourselves that give you permission to just be you. And then you start to realize, hey, this is something that I used to love doing.
mm, mm,
And it comes out of you again because you're
mm.
connecting with, who you are.
That's why encouragement is so important. To encourage one another.
Mm-hmm. Guess that's what this is all about, eh?
Yeah, I what I love, it's about inspiring and allowing somebody to reach their full potential of who they are.
Yeah.
That's what I enjoy.
Thank you, Will. It's
Mm.
drawing out the genius.
Mhm.
The genius of I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah. Genius of I don't know. Oh, that's it.
So we've been
really
sitting.
Go ahead, Jesse.
We've been sitting impatiently, and I don't know, loving, I don't know.
Oh.
And it was Allison and I asked her, what happens after that?
I don't know.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Something happens. You sit in the everything and the nothing, and then something happens. And you follow that until it becomes clear. So I was given a copy of, it's like a piece of prose that was written by Goethe, German philosopher, if I have that right. And the last bit of it is this: whatever you do or dream, you can begin it. For boldness has genius, power, and magic in it.
Wow. Pull the brakes on that one. Wow.
Keep the first line of that.
That will stay with me for a while. Wow. Mm. Wow. Mm.
Allison,
Yeah.
can you repeat the first line of that?
Yeah.
Mm.
Whatever you do or dream, you can begin it. Boldness
So true.
has genius, power, and magic in it. So
Mm.
in other words, I mean, for me, just if I think
That's
about,
it.
like if I reflect back on what's happened for me internally, working with JC and everybody, there's so much more assessment of things, but the judgment has fallen away a lot more. And I didn't know that I would ever get to this just in my ordinary everyday breathing, as I
Wow, that's awesome, Allison.
yeah, I mean, it's taken 40 years.
You know what that is, Allison? You're feeling?
Yes.
That it's freedom.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's expansion, which, I mean, those two are very closely connected.
Yeah. What comes up for me is feeling enough, being enough.
Yeah, exactly. And what's around you is enough.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, Joe's here.
Ding dong. Joe Levolution.
Joe Revolution.
Supernova Joe. Morning, Joe.
Greetings. Hello, guys. You all right?
There
Joe
he
from
is.
across the pond.
Yes,
Well,
King Will in the house.
Go.
I would say the love revolution, more like it. The love revolution. Nice. That was lovely, Alison. Thanks for sharing that. It was really
Mhm.
You're welcome.
good to hear
Yeah.
this morning. It was so good to hear this morning. It was so beautiful.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah, but I heard
so
you
nice
say,
to hear
Allison,
all your voices.
Mhm.
I heard you say that we learn to assess and evaluate in a certain way. And what came out to me is that that was a very constrictive way of looking at things. And that what you've learned by participating with us is learning to evaluate in a very expansive way instead.
What's beautiful about genius is genius recognizes others a genius.
Yeah, that's a good concept, Nikki.
Yeah, but it's the truth. It is true. If you just, yeah.
So we are
And-
each miracles and we are keys to heaven.
Amen to this. I take on that. I take it all. I take it all. Thank you. Yeah, this is beautiful. It's beautiful. The angels
Beau-
are singing.
Beautiful.
What? What's that?
Sorry, it's just me doing Cockney. Beautiful.
Oh.
It's just me being silly. Sorry, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm not making
No,
fun of
no,
anyone.
you-
I'm just being silly.
No, we don't. We all big people here. Trust me, we're bigger than that.
You know
But,
how you say
you
Michael
apologize for
Caine's voice or Michael Caine's name in Cockney? You-
No.
How you say Michael Caine in Cockney is my cocaine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. Little off
No, no.
subject here. But
No, it's okay. A little distraction is okay.
yeah, that's my
It's
brain.
all, it's all good. There's no. I acknowledge that distraction because when I get distracted, I always wonder where is this going? Like, why am I getting distracted? What is it really preventing? Because sometimes when the truth comes out, it's hard to receive it.
Mm,
And we try to distract ourselves from that because it may be too good or it just scares us. But when we really look within and go, why am I going away from this? And then I go, okay, it's okay. It's okay to go into it and sit with it for a while. Because as Alison says, as we allow ourselves to dream that, it's already in us to be able to allow it. And that's what's so beautiful about that. So there's nothing wrong or right about being silly or weird or whatever it is. It's just what it is. And there's no labels. You know, once you take the labels away, you don't have to make yourself feel like you excluded, like you're not being part of this. You're always part of it. Because
Hey Nikki, how was did you go to Australia for that event?
No,
Recently,
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay.
I cancelled. Mm.
Okay. A little too far.
No, I
Or-
just cancelled.
Okay.
So far, we have patiently loving, I don't know.
Mm.
And Will, back to you. It's so good to hear your voice too.
You too, Jesse. Is that like a family crest or a business crest you have on your jacket there? Oh, golf
No.
association.
It's the golf jacket.
Okay.
My light one for the warm summer morning. Keeps the mosquitoes off me.
Mm,
Yeah, mosquitoes this time of the morning.
Oh yeah, they're ruthless.
Oh my God, Jesse. Oh, you're going to have to start liking lavender oil.
I do.
Oh, good. We'll put it on. They don't like
I'm-
it.
Oh, good. I'm-
careful.
It's one of the best repellents.
It's careful, it produces estrogen in the body.
Is that what it is? Hmm.
Is there anything wrong with that?
Yeah, so men got to be careful with that one. My wife's an aromatherapist, so kind of
Oh,
learn these things.
that's very handy to learn.
Hmm.
Okay, so please can I read another paragraph? It's a bit longer, but it speaks
Yes,
to what
please.
I was talking about in terms of dropping the judgment, right? And it's the beginning of this piece that I was given. And my girlfriend gave this to me when we left South Africa. And I've had it on my wall in my bedroom for 20 years now. So it starts off, until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness concerning all acts of initiative and creation. There is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans, that the one moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. In other words, the universe feels the commitment and everything starts to collaborate. So I'm going to leave you good people with that for your day. And thank you.
Wow. I got to say, wow. Wow
you,
is the word for the
that was
day.
awesome.
That's what I
Can
can
you read
say.
the first
Wow.
line of that again, please, before you leave?
Yeah, sure.
Craig, loving it. Craig's
Oh
loving it.
man, yeah.
Craig,
I'm just
this
starting
Craig.
to take a bite out of it, and
Yeah,
you're taking off.
Oh my God. Ooh.
Okay, so the first line, Craig, is until one is committed, there is hesitancy. And then he describes what happens in that hesitancy, right? And then he says, but when you commit, so that moment that you, and you just feel it inside of yourself. That's all you have to, that's the beginning, that spark. And you feel that, then everything collaborates with you.
Who is that a quote of?
It's from Goethe, Goethe, the German philosopher, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye,
Bye,
Alison. Bless
Alison.
one.
Bye, Alison.
Because I can't write that fast.
You might have to look that one up, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up because yeah. Because what I was writing down wasn't what she just repeated. So it's kind of like,
Oh, yeah.
but that's that's part of this channeling. Is it goes through it actually goes through a kind of a translation and interpretation process by the time it hits paper. That's the way it works for me anyway. Sure, everybody's
So
not that way.
what translation are you left with then?
Well, I got I can remember it here. That there's one extraordinary truth. It also had to do with potential. But I kind of missed it. So it's like, but it's in there. I absorbed it. I absorbed it, but I don't really have access to it right now. That's funny. Pretty sure if I listen to the recording of this, that it'll come back.
Mm,
What I
good
heard
idea.
will come back. Yeah.
So you're writing,
And that's why
You're writing a
you'll
book?
hear me use, I've been writing this for like 40 years. So it's, I'm still waiting to figure out how it's actually going to come out, but I'm a lot further ahead than now.
did you say 40 years?
Yeah, over 40 years, more like 45.
Whoa.
Yeah, but it's not ready. But anyway, that's beside the point. But what I was going to say is you'll hear me say, you'll hear me use this phrase. What I heard you say is blank, and that's because there's always interpretation going on. There's always a deeper hearing than the words that are used, and that whole thing is getting much stronger for me now, especially since I'm participating in this group every day. Like I just hear things differently, and a lot more accurately, actually.
What comes up for me with Jesse's word when he say about patient, lovingly, not needing to know. I think that describes when I get to put things on paper. I'm patient in just loving, not knowing. Because as a dyslexic person, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy to put words on paper. But what's beautiful about that word for the day for me is patiently, lovingly, not needing to know. And honestly, when I do write, it's quite interesting, because that's my soul. That's really what it is. So I get to really experience me and what's true for me, not true for anyone else, but true for me. So yeah, I find that very, very interesting. In fact, it's quite beautiful.
So Nikki, I heard you say patiently,
Yes.
lovingly, not needing to know.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Just
a power
saying that.
center.
Just saying that. It just I got a shift now.
Yeah.
I'm
It's a power
releasing
center.
right now. Yeah, I'm just releasing right now. It's amazing.
Yeah.
In what I want
Supernova.
to. Yeah, is it? I've been keeping
That's a
that
little
word in.
supernova you got.
Yeah, I've been keeping that in my back pocket. That word, man. That word is just like super, super cool.
Now that it appears, there's always, we call it the ego mind, the thinking mind, the logical mind, the survival mind, the experience mind, all of them the same, that are always looking to intercept the message, to control the message, to interpret And what we interpret is what we're familiar with, which means the past, which means the same, which means over and over again.
Yeah.
And as I hear you, Craig, speak of the translation, it's like, oh, that's part of the filter, that's part of the translation. It's like there's a true God is knocking at our hearts, right? And it's like we're giving a message and it's like flowing through. And the aim is to be as pure as possible. But we've learned filters along the way. And so when we quiet, having to know, we can allow that message to flow through easier. And making awareness, right? Being aware of the filters, being aware of the resistance, because many times there's resistance to this message, because this message is genius message. And that's what I find the power of I don't know is allowed to take down those filters, is allowed to free, there's your word, Will, free those filters. And then amazing creations can breathe. Such as your poem. It becomes a gift, a genius gift, a greatness gift, a gift of genius and greatness. And we are like all equal from there. How can genius compete? Uniquely. That's about all they can do is uniquely admire,
compliment,
yeah, amplify,
cooperate.
expand, cooperate, yeah, better together,
Collaborate,
mm,
facilitate,
mm.
encourage, support, remind.
Beautiful.
Allow, stand up, hold up, raise up.
Yeah. Oneness, eh? Like we're all one, really. We just forget that.
Mhm.
It's like if humanity would just stop fighting and remember that, there'd be peace on earth.
Right. That's right. Remember the genius. Find the genius. Yes.
And so it starts with you. Start with you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, we're always expecting other people to change, but you're not changed. So you change and start thinking of what you can do to contribute, you know, to be what you want to see, then you act on that. And you'll see everybody else you will have around you that will actually, and whatever does come, then you know there's whatever the practice is.
Mm-hmm. Your life is a project, eh? Of
Yeah,
what you
because-
are projecting.
Yeah. It's the same. It's the same. It's everything's the same. What we sharing and what we teach and what we give out. It's been done many times before.
Hmm.
But what's beautiful about the uniqueness of our genius is that why we have a uniqueness about ourselves to express, because there's only one of you. And that's not to take lightly.
It's like billions of facets of the same jewel.
Yeah.
The jewel in and of itself is a beautiful thing, but then you zoom into each and every facet and it has its own uniqueness.
Yeah.
The water diamonds.
Yeah. Whoa. Oh yeah. Yeah. Water time. Yes. Yes. Water diamond.
Say
Love
water.
it.
Water
Yeah, because-
diamonds.
Yeah. Yeah, that was yesterday when I was describing the water. And I first said sparkles and then it came to water diamond. That's beautiful.
And
That's good intention. That's good how you say. No, I want to say thank you to that, because that is being totally alert and aware. And that is a skill that I admire. So what I admire, I know that now I have that what I want to attract. Because that turns me on.
that
And
admire.
I so want to get turned on and get totally wet and showered by the diamonds of water. Water diamonds. Oh God. And if you just like shine like a diamond, oh my God. I love that. Thank you.
You know, that's one of the gifts of trauma
What is that?
is alertness.
Yeah, for sure, huh? And that when you say that in that trauma and trauma in knowing that whatever chaos, there's actually clarity, because you had to learn how to survive.
Mhm.
Just like you have to learn to survive in the jungle.
Yeah, but this isn't about learning to survive. This is about
Awareness.
it. Yeah, it is. It is about awareness. It's about being aware of things that wouldn't be typically seen or heard.
Mhm.
You know, it's like we've talked about deep listening. It's about being alert on a much deeper level. You know, really hearing what people are meaning instead of just hearing what they say. It's about hearing the energy of what is being said. Seeing the
Oh.
energy of what is being seen.
Yeah, true. But what comes up for me and what I'm experiencing, this is my experience, if Jesse says something like that, that resonated with me. It didn't have to resonate with anyone, because it obviously didn't. It resonated with me because that was what I was reflecting the other day. And so when somebody brings that up, even if it's this intuition or just a skill or awareness or whatever, it was just mentioned with love. And that's what I
But
received.
don't assume that it
I
didn't
received
resonate
love.
with anybody
I
else, 'cause it
received
did.
it. I received it. I received it as love. And it was nothing deeper than that. It was just because it was a reflection of diamonds on water. It was nothing deep. But for me, it was. That's
Cool.
what comes up for me.
And that admiration leads to the commitment. That's the power of demonstration.
Jump in the ocean for that one.
Where that commitment
Woo.
overtakes the hesitation.
You see before that, Jesse?
I think he stepped away for a moment. Oh, I hear birds.
Yeah, sure, Craig. I said the demonstration, right? There's an admiration for the demonstration, which leads to the commitment. That overcomes the hesitation. Referencing back to both the poem and Allison's share just before she left. And it was just triggered with the commitment, the demonstration, and the admiration, right? Something pops out of us and we say, oh, wow, what is that? So there's that something comes from nothing to be something and in the everything. Which is the power of the I don't know. But basically what it says is that I'm not fixed to what I came up with.
And remaining open after you've gotten something.
Translation is just a practice, constantly improving the more we practice with it.
Yeah, and I find there's always more to it. Sometimes much more.
I'm going to head off, guys.
Great being with you, Will. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah.
Really good to
Thanks
have
for
you.
having
Bye,
me.
Today,
Will.
Love you,
Have
Will.
a good
Have a
Take
good day,
care.
Will.
To you guys.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Peace out, Will.
Hope you have an awesome day. See you, Joe.
Yeah, so we played we played a card game last night. It's called BS.
I think I know that game, but you can explain it.
You know, you either lay down the cards you have to lay down or you don't, right? You call it something, you lay down a different card, but call it that one. And so anyone around the table can call BS. If you're right, the person that didn't play the right card, right, has to take the deck. And those that, if you were wrong, called BS and it wasn't, then you had to take the deck. So just speaking about listening to the words, to the charge, it's like there's patterns in them. Lying is a pattern, not lying is not a pattern. I don't know if you really want to be good at the game. It's not the intention. But there is practicing the patterns. And then practice listening to the patterns. Poker players do it all the time, I'm sure.
For sure.
Just adding to the depth, Craig, of speaking about there's four conversations going on all the time when we're with others. We're listening to what we're saying, we're listening to what, like, then we're speaking, so listening, speaking of us, and then we're listening, they're listening and they're speaking. You could also say their intention and what they're speaking.
From the tone.
Yeah. I think it is. Like that's one way to qualify it. The tone, the charge, the way the body language, all of it.
The energy shows up in many different ways, actually.
That's what's behind it all, the energy.
That's right.
Yeah.
About 1 second before Will said he was gone, I knew he was leaving.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I mean, not that it matters, right? Not that it's anything. Then I asked myself, well, did I know it was Will? Not really, but I wasn't surprised either. Not that it matters, right? It's just a.
Right.
And they say our bodies picks up 6 seconds ahead, information 6 seconds ahead of it happening.
Yeah. Like when they flash the images and they got the brain scan and the brain knows what reacts to it before the image shows.
Yes. Like, wow. That's that filter.
Hunches like that, though, I'd see it. I'd like to see it as important because I'd like to decipher how that came through. What was it like? Was it a thought, feeling, like, because that was your intuition.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, so like obviously when that thought came up, it might have just been like another thought. You know, but if we can decipher, all right, that's the intuition voice, like, wow, that's powerful.
When you realize it's not a thought, it's your energy senses that are kicking in. And it's not your brain that's doing that.
I'm getting better at anticipating when someone will show up. I usually can't tell who. But it's just a split second beforehand. So yeah, there's that sense, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Well, and how
mastermind
powerful is
connection.
that awareness, eh?
Spidey sense. There's that spidey sense.
Yeah, exactly.
If nothing more about it, just noticing like, oh, how cool that is.
Yep.
It doesn't happen every time. I'm not looking for it every time either.
It's noticing it, isn't it?
Does that do anything for my career? Oh yeah, but like not in that way, right?
Well, you don't know yet.
Right. So, but I was using the common standard of success, right?
Right, right. So there you go. Success can be very restrictive, right?
It is. It is.
Be a filter.
No other way it
Huge
can
filter.
be. It is. As we've all framed it a certain way. And the whole intention is to unframe it. And it's for everything. It's unframe everything. Every word that we use that we know is charged. And the key is to look at the uncharged, the other charge of it, the other side of it. That's all that the key of it is. So that doesn't matter how you use it or take it or are triggered by it. The point is to look at the other trigger, the other side of it. That's the mechanic, the mechanism. And in that is like, that's what makes you unique. One, in a limited way. And then when you can look at all like the other side of it, oh, it makes you unique in a whole nother way. And that's that's what feelings do for us, right? It's like we're interpreting that feeling. Why do I have that feeling today? Why am I in that mood today? What is that all about? What is that trying to tell me today?
Damn, Jesse, you're getting good at this.
Thank you. We all can. It's our superpower. It's that translation.
Yeah, yeah.
The pause and practice. It's that focusing, observing, relaxing into it, right? What is that? That out of everything, that. Then becomes the trust. That's the trust part of it. because I assume that that something mattered for something, like it was important enough to be that.
The first impulse around that translation is actually a reaction. So if you pause, the reaction goes away,
Mhm.
and you can actually respond.
And if you think about that, our whole life is just that. Just a response to it, and usually 99.99% of the time, never give it another thought.
This is something I've been pondering for many, many, many years. You know, that whole thing about consciously responding. Giving yourself the room, the space to consciously respond. Consciously relate.
Certain conditions have to be there, certain skills or practice has to be there. One is like asking that question, right? The wondering about that question. Creates the commitment.
Yeah, conscious commitment.
Creates the wonder for it, right? Which is the space.
So there's power. There's actually power in the hesitancy. That's where the power is.
I'd say in the pause.
Yeah, you stop.
Just because
take a look.
hesitancy. Yeah, hesitancy is different for me. It'll take a different path. That means hesitancy means I've already determined what it would be. What I was working with the one, like ask the question to be committed to it. Second one is to sit in neutral, right? To observe it. And hesitancy wouldn't be neutral for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And under pressure, we can't do that.
Right.
Only practiced until the moment of pressure. Can you do it under pressure? And that's where the real demonstration of it comes out. The validation. Oh, is it really working or not? Patiently loving, I don't know. Champagne supernova. Sparkling diamonds. And the keys to the kingdom.
Yeah, the keys are in the pause, in the stopping. The vacuum.
The potential of the could.
Yeah, and the no pressure. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll speak to why in the no pressure versus pressure.
Was that a question?
Yeah, it's an opportunity if you wanted it. It was around speaking to the pressure versus no pressure.
Yeah. And here's what's coming to me around that is patience, which is
Right.
which is really funny. Yeah, because it's just like stop and let the words and the meanings penetrate. Let the energy penetrate.
that allows it to go where it needs to go. And if we're pressuring or if it's forced, we've already attached something to it.
Right, right. There's, yeah, and you can't tell the difference between the energy of the force and the energy of the meaning.
There's no space for it to be any different if it's already got pressure towards or on it.
Right, right.
It's a fixed, it's a limitation, and that's anytime we attach a meaning to it. Bless you. Anytime we attach a meaning to it, that's a limitation, which is just a pattern. And what's beautiful is when we look at it, we can always come back to it. It's like, yeah, that's right. So often though, they're unexamined pressures.
There's, yeah.
Conditioned pressures.
You know what's coming up for me? You know, when God said, my people know my voice. That is everything that I needed to hear today from God himself. And to be able to receive this message, wow. That's all I can say today is wow. Because, wow. I don't even know how to express or explain it. I'm just going to say for what it is.
Please don't.
Thank you, God. No, it doesn't matter. I don't take offense to that. You know, I have to really protect myself from that because that always brings friction towards me. And I get very nervous around that energy. But I'm not nervous around you because I know your heart. That's what's really important here.
Yeah, I'm just sensing that something really penetrated for you, Nikki.
If you want to be graphic, if you want to get graphic, I can get graphic. I mean, I have no problem in that way.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm just sensing that something.
No,
it didn't just land. It didn't just land. It kind of, yeah, it stirred up the water.
Hey, stir up the water. That's what I'm saying about. As I cook my vegetables this morning. As I cook my potato and my peas and my cauliflower and my broccoli. Thanks. Get my vegetables in. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We children have to get our vegetables in. And it starts here. Man will not live on bread alone, but on every word of God.
Yeah.
Words, like in a matter of words, be able to be expressed that someone else can find it for themselves. I think it's the most inspirational, inspiring, and that's why I love words. That's why I love books. I love metaphor. I love everything about definition to the meaning of everything. This I am thankful for. Like, so thankful. Poetry, let's not forget poetry. Let's not forget music. All of that, I'm thankful for. And Craig, yesterday your word was witness. And that witness, that you can witness this right now, that this is now the present moment that we are creating our absolute reality on receiving and allowing to just witness the presence of God, period. I don't need to say it anymore than that, because that's what it is. And I have got now a shift in my body from the top right down to the crown of my, it's like explosive. That's all I can say. So vibrating it out there.
It's pretty intense, isn't it?
I'm telling you, I gotta have intent to know intent, because tension is tension. Let me tell you, the tension is like released as I speak. And as I've heard, and as I'm witnessed. Let's take.
You know, a couple months ago, it's funny you should bring that up, because a couple months ago, I got this from the heart of God for, like, I was wondering, you know, what should, like I know that I'm meant to be doing live in-person events with people, with large groups of people. And the theme of the event is called Presence Intensives.
I know.
So it's basically creating an environment where every single soul in the room experiences the presence of God in a really intense manner.
Yeah, that's it. This is it. Yeah. Well, you
And so
experience it
when
now.
you're saying what you're saying right now, just now in this moment, I'm going like, holy shit, it's already happening.
Yeah, it's happening as we speak. I'm telling you, it's happening as I speak. This is something that is just something that you just can't explain. This is the not knowing. And as you said, Craig, we can't wrap this around our heads. We can't. It's just too much. We
How do
will
you
just
explain this?
We just can't. So it's about experiencing it. And it is a little freaky. It's a little freaky, baby. This is so freaky. It can freak you out. It's freaky. It's weird. It's freaky to the mind, to the logical mind, or whatever we're going to call ourselves. But when you're in this moment of time, now really, honestly, once upon a time, but yeah, it is. Once upon a time is yeah, baby. It's yeah. And if we can just see that now and witness that, because it's a witness. It's really just a witness. It's a beautiful thing. But if somebody can also, as we encourage ourselves, but also be able to witness this inside each other and bring out what is really our genius of who we are, as beautifully as Alison explained. That's living. That's breathing, just like we're breathing now. It will just be what it was always, but now we get to just be it. I think for me to be here witnessing this was once upon a time all in my imagination. Everything that I'm experiencing now was all in my imagination. By knowing that I, through my imagination, brought myself to this place. Because I did not see it in the reality, but I saw it internally, how I would like it to be. And that, from a little child up to this adult, as I stand today, I can say, wow, I did create this. I did create this. And then when I get to this creation of who I am, the version that I am today, because I am new today. There's my bells are ringing with my wish. Hang on a minute. And I cannot embrace that because it's not fighting with the old as we spoke about yesterday and what we're fighting on the new. We're just choosing life. I'm just going to choose life. Choose each other, but choose life. And choose things that we do not see in the physical eye, but we see it in the spirit. And as we as spirit can draw anything to our manifestation, what we are choosing, what we put our attention and what we focus and allowing and witnessing and saying, it's done already. Now I'm standing here in my living room, yeah. But I can tell you right now, it is done. There is patience, lovingly not knowing. To be in this reality of this understanding, there is nothing I need to do and just patiently, lovingly, not knowing how it's going to come up, how it's going to show up, how it's going to be. I'm just going to just be right here saying thank you.
Thank you.
Do we all realize that we are capable of creating and recreating the presence of God in our bodies?
Mm.
That we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People can call it whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
To experience their divinity.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
In all reality, everything in that, everything is God anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other way we'd be able to see it. In this reality anyway.
Mm.
And through the result of it. So what are you going to take through with your day today? It's your choice for the day. It's your new choice, old choice, same choice.
Yeah. I've had this words the whole time while we were just going through our session, and I asked the question after this when the word came up. Yeah, okay, is it? Because yeah, and then it did, and now it's come up, and now I know because when you said an old choice from a last choice from a now choice, and I realized that this choice was my past in the sense of what I was in the present, and now it's for the day is trust. So the trust for that reason, because it's so good, huh? Because trust is what it's meant to be, will be. Everything has its right time. Delays, distractions, and setbacks are just temporary. Don't trust your fear, trust your heart. So that's what I'll be taking for my day. And it gives me the giggles because I'm very excited.
Mm.
And I like the feeling of being excited again. I feel the excitement comes with me always knowing that I've always was that enthusiasm, curious. Just, yeah. Want to experience what I've experienced today has been it's a real gift. And I'm so happy I witnessed it. So thank you.
Intensity is part of that experience for you.
Yeah, it's just explosive. Yeah, it's just explosive. And that's just the only thing that when we come together and we share our words and we're sharing our experience and what's going through, it's all wonderful. That's where we just bring the baseline, the base, because we need a base to stand on, this platform is that base, right? But when we really energetically connect, like literally going behind the scene of what is the obvious, what's coming up really for you, where did that start, how do you feel, how you want to feel, all of this, when you get to collaborate with others, and that's when you co-create, and that's when your reality can just broaden and expand, and not being this little spitty girl saying you won't be making anything out of your life, for example, you know what I'm saying, and things that were spent that you can know that, wow, you're living it now because I'm interacting with other humans. I think to me, this is my absolute trust in life. Trust the fact that it can just be so good to be around people that you can just, when you go away from them, you just think, oh my God, where was I? Who am I? I can do anything. It's like literally wings. Yeah, you just give somebody wings to fly, to explore themselves, to go beyond their own limitations, because we have all limitations and setbacks. And it's just that experience when you want to experience something new, but how do you experience it if you haven't experienced it, right? How can you get a job when they say, oh, we want reference, we want to know, but give me a chance. Give me a chance. So today I trust myself to give myself a chance on me. To be brave, to have the courage. Yeah. And even whatever anyone thinks or feels, that you can just say, yeah, you're gonna have your thoughts about me. But it's for me to say, give myself a chance. Yeah, that's what I've come up with today. This was a very powerful session. Very, very powerful. Yeah.
We can all learn a lot from that, Nikki. Thank you.
So good. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure, Joe.
We are the ones that put the limitations in front of us, on us, in us, around us. And when we see that, then we can also replace them. We can set them higher. We can remove them. We can change them.
Yeah.
I think we
And that
built them. We built them,
That's
but
right.
I think we've kind of been influenced and conditioned because so it's like we're breaking free of that conditioning that's been there to limit us.
Mm.
And although we created it,
Mm.
these powers that be that benefit more from us limiting ourselves, because you can't stop 7 billion people, but if you can drill in self-limiting beliefs,
Mm.
they'll control themselves.
Mm.
Just a byproduct.
Mm. Yeah, and living in that present. Because you can only create in your present. You can't create any other way.
Yeah.
It's in the
Yeah.
present.
That dark, heavy energy that we're born into exploits the helplessness.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Wow. Okay. I wanted to say thank you again. And I
Life
hope
always finds a way.
What's that?
Life always finds its way.
Life always finds its way. Yes. Yes, Joe. So I think we rounded, everyone said what they were going to have intentions for the day. Because I'm going to say thank you and bye for now. If there's anyone else that wants to share what they were going to share, can I say bye for now? Or can I say bye now?
I think
I'm
we're wrapped up.
just being curious and very patient, lovingly, not knowing if I should go or should I stay.
I'm getting ready to step away myself, so I'm gonna go.
I think I'm gonna go, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to say thank you.
You know, this is interesting today.
Oh,
I didn't walk today, but I've been sitting here as we've been going through this stuff, and I've written like 4 or 5 pages of notes.
Oh my
So
God,
like,
you are the bomb.
oh yeah,
Amazing.
Yeah,
you're
the
the bomb,
translations are coming through like crazy right now.
Like
I've had there's about 101 things that have synthesized in the last 2 hours.
I'm going to tell you how amazing that is, because as you write now, you're downloading as you're writing, right? But if the reader gets the book and the reader decides that each page, it will take away one thing that it could practice. Can you imagine after that person that's read that book, how the transformation and that your book will be so revolutionary and open to everyone that it will just be like they say, don't judge a book by its cover, because it's there explaining, because that's going to be their life, and that's how you transform people's lives. So as they go forwards in their life, your words will carry. It's pretty powerful.
Through the ages.
It what, Jack?
Through the ages.
To the ages. Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. So now I have to, I think I've ended, landed nicely now. So as we land nicely, I'm going to say, I'm heading off to my day. Love you.
Have an awesome
Love
one.
you. Bye, Nikki.
Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
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 Big love, Jesse and Craig, mate. Have a blessed day, all right?
Yeah, you guys too. Bye, Craig.
Thank
Bye,
you,
Joe.
thank you.
Big love, everybody.
All right.
Yeah, that's great today. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, thank you.
Thanks,
I'll see
guys.
them notes later on, Craig.
Okay. Yep.
Peace.